Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our first podcast, which is called... We haven't got a name yet, have we, Louis?
Well, not really, but we're thinking of like Nerd Boys or something like that. See, if you have a better name for us, put it in the comments below, because we're amateurs at this bloody thing.
Right,
aren't
yeah.
we?
Yeah, let's get one thing sorted. We just thought, let's just do this right now. So, should probably introduce ourselves.
Yes.
I am Matthew, and this is...
Louis.
And that's what you're going to get. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
So, what are we about? Well, we're going to talk about the news, but not just any news, nerdy
The
news.
nerdiest news, because we haven't got any logistics or actual opinions about actual news, because we are nerds.
We also have no talent, which is why we're doing a podcast and not doing anything creative.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Because who wants creativity? Really?
Anyway, let's stop feeling sorry about ourselves and go to our first thing on the list, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 has wrapped up. So,
Indeed it has.
it's exciting news.
Yeah, I wonder what angle they're gonna go for this one, because I've heard some rumors.
Like what?
I've heard apparently they're gonna say who the dad is of Mr. Captain of the Starship
Pratt?
Enterprise.
Captain Chris Pratt?
Yes.
That's his name?
That's his name. Captain Chrissy Pratty.
Star-Lord, that was
so
it.
apparently, Star-Lord. So apparently they're going to release the information on his dad.
Or we could just read the comic.
Yeah, we probably could.
Well, actually, they're going to go different from that, I think.
Oh, yes.
Because from what it sounds like, they're going to go... I mean, let's be honest, the Marvel comics and the movies are two different things, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
Because when I talk to people who get angry about...
Wait. You talk to people?
I do have...
You had to go outside your house
I
occasionally?
do go out my side. Go out my side? I said the wrong
You
words.
go out.
I do go outside, I do talk to people, and occasionally we have conversations. And one of those conversations is where I'm about to get up to, is where we talk about some stuff, like how was your day? And isn't the weather nice? You know, the British stuff.
It's boring though, isn't it?
That's why we started talking about comics and movies.
Exactly. Who cares about us, right?
So what I'm getting at is that a lot of people seem to get angry with the movies not following the comics, and I'm like...
Great example of this. I watched Civil War the other day.
Yes.
With my girlfriend when she was down here.
Yes.
And I'm reading the comic, and oh my god, the comic is really, really good.
See,
but I still think the film is slightly better just on a movie aspect. You know what I mean?
well, I've not read I don't read the Marvel comics.
I'm only reading Civil War. I mean,
I see. It's like galaxy spanning, universe spanning, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
It's not like just a fight in an airport. It's like
It's fucking
everywhere.
huge. It's fucking huge.
See, I also heard rumours that they might do a Civil War 2. I don't know where I saw that. That might have just been BS.
That might have been speculation. Sorry if you heard that word, that really weird spike there. Just close my door.
Oh, I didn't hear it. But
Anyway, come off my one. Anyway, sorry.
So what I was getting at, because we was actually talking about X-Men, the new X-Men movie, and they just name drop and like just continue like, oh yeah, that's like, oh yeah, Jean Grey, she does this, but she didn't do that in the comics or whatnot, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's like,
It's so dumb.
I mean, it is. I mean,
The movie is so dumb.
X-Men does a lot of things. Doesn't like they change stuff from the comics to the books, not in the
Very
correct way.
frequently, yeah.
Where Marvel Studios do it a little bit better,
Yes.
but it's still not 100%. But
No.
where we've gone through so this is how I like to think of it. You got the comic book universe, and then you got the movie universe, which I'm happy about. You know, they're two separate things.
The movie universe is movie, and then obviously the comic universe is obviously a lot more different because obviously you can get away with a lot more in comic books than you can in films.
Yeah, I mean it's two different creations.
Mediums. Yeah, two different mediums.
Using the same characters, just doing their own spin on it, which
Exactly.
I'm fine on. But anyway,
Yeah, fine. Anyway,
Now we've gone on that tangent.
Should we
I'm
get on
looking.
with actual news now?
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Volume 2.
There's nothing much they said in the video because I did like a little video for last week, something like that, and it's hey, we've wrapped up. Chris Pratt's here, and we've wrapped up.
Swag.
See ya. And that's pretty much it.
I think definitely it's a kind of the spoiler phobe kind of era we live in.
Spoiler phobe.
Okay, let me just explain this. Spoiler phobe is where like you don't want to hear anything about any film ever, and just like, oh my god, everything's a spoiler, kind of that kind of era where everything said about any movie ever is kind of spoiler material.
Oh right.
Yeah, so it's I feel like that's why they're doing it, because of everyone being so uptight about spoilers.
I suppose. I mean, not to get into spoilers for Civil War, but
yes,
I thought one thing was going to happen because I knew that happened in the comics, and
I knew the one thing that did happened, and I was excited because it was pretty cool to see it on screen. But still,
yeah, I don't know whether I was left disappointed or not, but
no.
I'm kind of happy that one thing didn't happen because I like those characters.
Exactly.
Anyway, moving away from that, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we're looking forward to it. I don't know when it's coming out.
I think it's 2018, or I might be wrong.
18, that's quite a bit away. Hold on, let me get.
I think it's 18. Because I'm not sure, because I don't think it'll be 17. I don't think it'll get the editing for the film.
I think they might.
If they push, I mean, Doctor Strange.
I got a date. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 opens in theatre everywhere on May the 5th, 2017.
Okay, so it does come out next year.
Yeah. I mean,
all right.
That's pretty good, not long to wait.
Yeah.
Shall we move on down the list?
Yes. So I just want to interject. What do you think about Doctor Strange while we're on topic of Marvel?
Oh, right, on Marvel. Well, how dare they whitewash thingy.
Oh, piss off. Right. Okay. Whitewashing has been a thing since like the 1910s. Let's be clear. We've been like Hollywood have just been like, oh, white actors are just way more famous and just gonna get us a lot more money than
all know
foreign
that
actors.
All Egyptians are American.
Obviously.
And all Romans are, well, of course, English.
Yeah.
Well, to be quite fair, quite a few of them were, but whatever.
Yeah, let's be honest.
On.
They were, because Roman Empire, and they took over quite a lot of the world.
We don't need a history lesson. Go on with your point.
Who gives a shit? Who's gonna listen to this? Like 4 people. Anyway, but yeah, no, whitewashing's been a thing since ages ago, and it's always going to be a thing. And I think it's actually not worse than it's whitewashing. I just think it's not great, but it's, again, at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not too
fussed
about it, as long as the actor or actress is good at playing the part. Because isn't I forget her name, but she looks like David Bowie.
She does. That's really sad that she looks like David Bowie.
Oh, I think it's awesome.
I think it's kind of sad because it reminds me of David Bowie, and it makes me how sad I am.
I was watching an interview of him in 2002. It was like, anyway.
He is close to my heart.
The visuals were pretty cool. It reminded me,
it's kind of Inception-y, wasn't it?
That's what a lot of people said, but that wasn't what I was going to say.
Okay, what were you going to say?
Like a styloscope, a stylophobe, a styloscope.
Kaleidoscope.
That's the one. That's the fella. That is it.
That's the fella. What is it? We're going to gender kaleidoscopes now, are we?
I didn't say. I said it, my boy.
No, I'm pretty sure you said it. He.
Well then, now you know which gender gyroscope.
That's something.
Kaleidoscope I had. It
now
was a boy kaleidoscope because it was blue. And everyone knows that blue is a boy colour.
Oh, piss off! Right.
You can tell from my sarcasm I am joking. Shall we move on from Guardians of the Galaxy 2? We've not got long.
Yes. E3 happened. and a
Yeah,
lot of shit came out from E3.
some good
Um,
stuff. Do you wanna?
let's hit the elephant in the room. The PS4.5.
The PlayStation 4 Neo, I think people are
Yes,
calling it.
Neo. It's. I'm just looking up on the page here. It's a super top version of the PS4. Better upgrades to hardware specs. Better graphical performance. It's
Yeah.
4K and 4K resolution. Yeah, that's pretty much all about
The
it.
only thing, I think I got a few gripes about this because it now means that you remember you had the 3DS and then you have the new 3DS and they said,
Yes,
don't worry, we'll still make games for both of them, but
which they didn't.
they didn't, because you got Hyrule Warrior like. There was a famous case of Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, which was great and ran perfectly.
Yes,
Then they
it ran fine.
decided to put it on the on the new Nintendo 3DS,
Yes,
and it
ran
ran
like shit.
awful.
Yeah, it ran like shit.
So are they gonna? Sure, it's good to see console games.
Talk about
get better.
Zelda.
They
They're
got that new game.
They're releasing a new game, and it looks
Yeah.
right, but I still think it's a bit of
I
a
need
cash
to
grab.
see more of it before I.
Yeah, it looks like a cash grab at the moment, but at the same time, Nintendo don't really have much of originality these days, apart from like.
No, they make the same games over and over. Well, when I say that, I mean I don't make the same game
Well,
over and over
Splatoon is
again.
kind of different,
They just use the same IP.
Exactly, and it's kind of getting old now, That's why people are moving on from Nintendo.
Yeah, I never.
I grew up on Nintendo, but I'm slowly growing out of it,
I never played Zelda. I think the only one I tried.
I played Phantom Hourglass, and I played a little bit of Ocarina of Time. Oh no, Majora's Mask. I played a little bit of that one.
What's the boat
That's
one
it.
called?
Wind Waker.
I like that one. I played that one.
I haven't played Wind Waker. I
That's
have not
good.
played it yet. No,
That's probably my favourite.
I haven't
It's the
played
only
it.
one I played. But getting back onto topic,
Yes.
Louis, you're terrible.
Shut up! You're terrible too. Let's be real. We're both awful people.
It's good to see technology get better, even though by the
Yes,
time it comes out, it'll still be outdated. Because when the
Yeah.
PS4 and the Xbox One came out, the hardware was outdated long before
Exactly.
they released it.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
we don't have this console parity anymore.
No.
Which is a
That
good
was the
thing.
We've done the console wars, that everyone's just kind of there, It's just
Well-
kind of the console wars are kind of over.
Well, you have your parity, like making everything the same for the consoles, but you run into the problem with like how good is their performance because it could be really cynical. This is me being really cynical about this. They could make the PlayStation 4 version a lot worse than the PlayStation 4.5, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this game's good, but it could be even better on the 4.5 because it runs better.
See, that's the issue, the
Or
whole
is the
cross
opposite?
console.
Or is the opposite going to happen, where they're like, we could make it like they're going about 4K. Let's be serious. How many console games are they really going to put in 4K?
None really.
I mean, even though they got the specs there, I mean,
it's gonna still
it's
run.
still
I
they're
think.
still not great specs. I mean,
No, I mean, come on, 4K. Most TVs are 4K now.
I mean, like, no, I mean, because do you sacrifice your resolution for more stuff on screen and better graphics?
Oh, you mean actual
Or-
like gameplay shit?
Yeah,
So,
or like
actual-
frames, or see,
yeah,
let's
you
say,
have to compromise, don't you? Because obviously you're gonna have.
or is it always fixed? Can you not? Because I would like a console where I could change, like on a PC, I could change the graphics.
Yeah,
Like I can choose from high, medium, or low.
but that's because PCs have different specs.
But this is what
All
excites
PCs
me.
are different.
This is what excites me about the PS 4.5
Yeah.
because now you have two different PS4s.
Mm.
Maybe you can change. So let's say I didn't want it in 4K. Let's say I wanted it in 720p
Yeah,
or 1080.
the standard.
If
Yeah.
I made it to that resolution, would it increase the frame rate? We don't
This
know.
is the
We
issue,
don't
yeah.
know that at the moment, but that'd be pretty
What
good.
what what we could do is we'll wait and see, and then for obviously what
Oh yeah,
PlayStation
we
say or Sony
literally
say.
we do have to wait for that information.
Yeah,
Um,
it's only just been released. You know, we've got to wait a while for actual news from it.
we should also mention the Xbox Scorpio, which they announced at the very end of the Microsoft conference. Sorry,
Oh, I
I
haven't
can't.
I haven't seen anything about this. I will go do a little
I've got it
digging.
right here.
Okay,
Basically same stuff. Like, oh yeah, we got another one. Like,
another one.
yeah,
That's
it's
pretty much it, isn't it?
it's like,
Oh, we've got another one coming out again.
well, basically, you know what I reckon? I reckon
Yeah.
that like Sony and Microsoft have heard rumors about the new Nintendo NX, and they're like, "Oh, what if it's going to be powerful than ours? We need to be ahead of Nintendo because
Exactly.
Nintendo's always been behind, but we've not had a generation in ages since
No,
Nintendo's
I haven't,
been
have they?
ahead hardware-wise."
Yeah, they're always good hardware-wise. Well, apart from, well, they've had several issues, haven't they?
Well, I think the last time they were ahead hardware-wise was going back in the 90s
Yeah,
with
like
I want to say the Nintendo 64 when they had their extension on RAM.
Yeah, I think the N64, I think the GameCube was kind of up there, but it wasn't great at the time either.
Oh no, I think the GameCube was a little bit more powerful.
It was definitely, it can still run to like games like today. You know, it's insanely powerful.
Oh my goodness. I remember Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and it
Oh
looked
yeah.
beautiful on the GameCube. It was pretty awesome. The second one, I think that was pretty good.
Oh,
But
sweet.
regardless,
I played. Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna have a little segue. So let me have a little segue.
go on.
I remember playing a lot of Spider-Man on the GameCube, and it was fucking beautiful.
Which
you know?
one? One or two?
Uh, two.
Or Ultimate? Spider-Man 2 is awesome. Is that a good segue?
It is, because guess what game is coming out
Oh, I'm
soon?
excited. The new
It-
Spider-Man game.
It looks brilliant. It looks so beautiful, and I just wanna, you know, that's what's gonna encourage me to
But
buy
is that
the
in-game
console.
footage?
See, that's the issue.
And also,
Is it just is it a CG kind of, you know, trailer, or is it actual gameplay footage?
well, it's definitely a proof of concept. But the one
Yes.
thing they need to get right before they do anything else is the web swinging.
Mm.
That was the best part of Spider-Man 2 because if you
I love the web
went
swinging
around
Spider-Man
something,
2.
if you went
Yeah.
around a pole, you'd wrap around it. You know, it was so good.
The web swinging is probably one of the best things about it, you know. And if you can get the web swinging wrong, you get everything wrong, and you're just like,
Well, do you remember Ultimate Spider-Man? No, Ultimate, not sorry, not Ultimate,
Ultimate
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man, where it's
Ugh.
web swinging from the clouds.
bloody hell! Yes, of course I know about that
And in,
monstrosity.
they fixed it in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but even then the web swinging still wasn't that great.
No, it kind of was a bit laggy at points as well,
Did
wasn't
you
it?
ever play Ultimate Spider-Man?
No.
You get to play as Venom in that one. That was
Oh yes,
It was,
yeah. I
it was-
haven't played
that was
it.
also really good, but it's just a little bit under Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is probably one of the best games.
Yeah. If that's my
Out there,
benchmark,
definitely, yeah.
and I know
Out
it's
there.
other people's benchmarks for Spider-Man games is
Yes.
Spider-Man 2.
It's one of the best, definitely. Talking about games, previous conversations, we have a new game coming out from the brand new Kojima Productions,
Oh yes. What's it
and
called?
Death Stranding.
Or has it got Norman Reedus?
Norman Reedus.
Or as I like to say, Norman Fetus. Just holding that fetus in
Oh,
his
so weird.
hands.
This trailer is so weird.
Pretty like I. It's really hard to tell what's going on because it's
I think Kojima's doing it deliberately, kind of just to keep the mystery of the game, and you know.
oh
probably,
yeah, definitely. You don't want to ruin it.
he's keeping as much as a secret as possible, because obviously
I mean,
um,
you take a look at it and there's oil
Konami
and
Konami have had a history of spoiling games.
I mean, if you just look at it, I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be connotations of like. My theory is it's gonna be like a message about because he always has a message in his games. I
Yeah, it's
remember
a
in
different message.
his Metal Gear Solid games, and the second one
Yeah.
is something about like
Had
patriotism and something like that.
patriotism and stuff, and they had
And
like
how
great messages in there. I think it's gonna be I think there's gonna be a few stabs towards Konami in there. I think.
oh my goodness, did you see Norman Reedus's retweeted a picture of Kojima holding a cup? What said
I have
"fuck Konami" on it?
tears. Yeah, Konami
Oh,
tears.
Konami tears. It was photoshopped, but it's still
It
brilliant to
was.
see
It was.
that
Yeah.
he retweeted that. But I think it's going to be something to do about. It's going to be a subliminal message of global warming and
Yeah.
oil,
global warming,
because
yeah.
he seems to be covered in like icky oil, like black stuff, and then surrounding him is like dead fish and whales,
I think it's gonna
and
be
the
something
ocean
like,
is
yeah.
retracting.
It's gonna be about the Earth, isn't it? It's gonna be
But one
global
weird thing,
population.
it had an umbilical cord attached to
Yeah.
the child, and when the child disappeared, he had like a scar of like he almost had like a C-section, something like
It looked like a cross, though, didn't
that.
it?
Yeah. Now I heard speculations that people are saying, "Oh, is this a transgender male who's
Yes.
given birth to a baby?" Like that sounds all well and good, but
That sounds
is
all
that
well and
something
good, but I
Kojima
don't
would
think-
do?
I
'Cause
don't
his
think so.
history, I don't think he would do that. I don't think.
He's had a man run around naked in a game. I don't think he
Oh
would go
my
that
goodness! Are you on
extreme.
about Metal Gear Solid 2?
I am indeed, my
That
friend.
is my favorite. That is a weird bit.
That was so weird. So weird. Oh my man. Oh,
Raiden.
that was Raiden. Anyway, we're getting off topic again.
But
No, it looks good. It looks interesting, and I think
the atmosphere is definitely there.
it's going to be interesting to have a look at because obviously it's
Yet again, I will
it's Kojima.
I will say this is another trailer which doesn't show anything about the game.
I like those trailers that don't show much
They-
because it leaves a little bit of mystery towards them.
It does, but I also just sometimes I just want to know what I'm getting myself into. Like, is the gameplay going to be good?
But spoilers, No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Just on a tangent, they also Capcom also
Capcom? It's the parody version.
Capricorn also announced Resident Evil 7,
Oh, have they?
which is they released a demo which
Okay.
has ghosts in it, and people are like, "Oh, nah," because Resident Evil never had ghosts; it was all
No.
zombies, and it was also a little bit campy, which I did like about the first two.
Yes.
But people are saying, "Oh no, it's just a proof of concept, just showing you the VR stuff and whatnot, and the tone of the game." This demo has nothing to do with Resident Evil. It just has the name slapped on, just to tell you what the
Yes.
engine is and how the game plays.
Mm.
So those getting worried about that, don't worry. That,
I don't
it's
know.
a separate thing. Just think of PT and Hideo Kojima's new game in a
Oh
similar vein.
god. Yeah. PT though.
Mm,
PT looked beautiful. PT was fucking amazing.
yeah.
I mean, it's terrified the shit out of me for nights.
Do you want
nights.
to know what else looks beautiful?
What?
You've seen Pikachu in real life, on the street, in
Oh, you're not
Pokemon Go.
See, honestly, I like the intro.
I'm looking forward to it.
I like the idea of it. Let me get the. I like the
Don't
idea.
you just want to run in the middle of a motorway of a busy street and pick up a Pokemon and then get run over by a 12-ton truck?
Matthew, right? This might be this might be a podcast. But we're not encouraging people to die.
I wasn't. I was just speculating that this might happen.
I'm just looking at all the new games that are supposedly coming out, and there's not many recognizable titles to me anyway.
Dishonored 2, that looks pretty cool.
Tekken 7, I saw.
Yeah.
I
I
saw
have to be
Final
honest, I'm not a
Fantasy.
big Tekken fan.
Oh, I saw. Hang on, what was the one I saw 10 seconds ago? Let me just scroll up a little bit. Yeah, Resident Evil 7. I saw Biohazard. Where was it? Oh, a new Phoenix Wright game. Any Phoenix Wright fans?
They make a Phoenix Wright nearly every, by year now?
Yeah. It's bi-yearly. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 final
Oh, is
chapter.
that still coming out? Because
Uh,
they've announced it like what 4 or 5 years ago,
yes, they did.
and still nothing.
Um, by it's only
Oh,
uh
did you
the
see the
tra-
new trailer? Well, I say new; it's a bit
I
old
think
now.
there's a trailer for it, but I'm
Uh,
not sure if it's actually going to come out.
the new trailer for Final Fantasy,
I
where
haven't.
Florence and the Machine does a cover for what's the song called?
I don't
Mm,
know.
the Beatles song.
Oh, Final Fantasy, what's XV? Roman numerals. Come on,
15. Sorry.
15. Oh,
Um,
yes, it's 10-5, yeah. I
mm,
learned in school.
Stand By Me. That's it. Florence and the Machine does a cover of Stand By Me, and it's absolutely
I,
beautiful.
I I was never interested in Final Fantasy. Don't get me wrong.
Fair enough.
I was never interested in it personally. I know my friend Kevin is, but other than that, I'm not personally interested in it.
Apart from these, is apart. I quite like 6 and I like 7. I hear some good
Okay,
stuff about 10, and that's about it.
it's going over my head because I do not cover shite. Because I have never given a shite about that game.
It's alright.
Sorry,
Every game.
fans.
So this is one thing you got to remember with the Final Fantasy games. Even though they're all called Final Fantasy, none of them are related.
They're never final.
They may they may use the same names or the same universe, but they just
All I know
revamp it
is
every time.
all I know is the plots are insane.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
This one has an all-male class though, cast. Sorry. All the members in the party are male, which I'm not too. That sounds all right. I mean, if that's the
Oh my god.
narrative they're
Oh my
going for.
god. Okay. Are the feminists gonna get out
No,
raged
no, no,
again?
no, no, no. Before you say anything,
I was just making a joke.
I know, but
That's
jokes
all.
have got us both in trouble in the past, even though we're being ironic.
We
And
are. We are being very ironic.
I think, yeah, sure. I'm not going to stop artist integrity.
Exactly.
I can't say words today.
Integrity.
Thank you very much.
Integrity.
Um, because I don't.
Nothing we have.
I mean, there's some things that this is. I'm going down a rabbit hole here.
Oh god. Right. Be
There's some
careful what words
things.
you say. Sorry.
There's some things that
my
people.
foot has gone to sleep.
It's some things some people say to each other which they wouldn't say in company of other people,
Yes.
of different stereotypes
Yeah.
or in this case genders.
Okay. Be careful of how you word this.
So having like a banter, like you have that male on male banter, or that bromance, which you wouldn't normally get if it was a mixed gender group,
Yes.
really. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see how this narrative goes.
I think it's. I see. I don't know. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be okay. But again, I've never played it, and I never know any of the story, even if it does make any bloody sense.
Every Final Fantasy is different. It doesn't matter which ones you've played. It'll be a new start every time you play a different one.
Why do they do that? Come on. I don't.
Well,
There
it
is
means they're
15
not
of them.
restricted. I don't know. It's just so
Exactly.
you know the brand. It's branding, really.
It's fit. There's 15 of them. I mean, come
There's
on.
more than 15.
Probably. I don't give a shit.
Anyway, shall we move on to
Any other news we need to cover?
E3?
Probably is. I will say.
Oh,
Oh, what?
we've
What?
got some like phantom events. Oh, wait, sorry, I was reading the article wrong. Batman: The Killing Joke. I know this has been like going on for a while.
I've read. It's out currently now.
Is it?
Yes. It's come. I've read about this. It's coming out on DVD August the 2nd.
Oh, it will premiere in San Diego Comic Con on the 22nd of July.
Yes.
Batman: The Killing Joke, because it's it's apparently like one of the famous Batman comics ever.
It's also one of the
And
darkest. Yeah.
doing an animation of it, which seems weird. I'm looking at the picture of it, and it does look bizarre.
The comic is beautifully done, and it's on the Joker's backstory. It's got. I'm not going to spoil the big thing
Oh
that
yeah,
happens.
please don't.
but it's intense. It's very, very intense.
Ah,
A
cool.
lot of shit goes down, and it's just good to have Mark Hamill back in the Joker role. Let's be clear. We all love
Oh, is Mark Hamill the Joker in this?
and Kevin Conroy.
Ah,
That was his starring role. Yes.
that's what I always liked about the Arkham games.
Yes.
Is that those two
the Arkham
voices
games are
were
beautiful.
in City and, well, Asylum.
Yes, beautiful voices, beautiful voice acting. You know, gotta have it. You know, it's just sexy, sexy voice acting.
Alright, so we're coming to a close of this podcast. There is something we should
We are.
mention.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to butcher his name, and I apologise for this. Anton Yelchin? The guy who plays Chekov in the new Star Trek movies. He
Anton
has
Yelchin, yes.
he has died,
He died
today.
tragically in a traffic accident. Yes.
Tragic.
Tragically, yes. Yeah, he's 27 years old, man. I mean, he's so young to die, you know.
It's I mean, I liked him in that movie. He had a bit of charisma. I liked when he sits on the seat and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I loved him. I loved him in that. And it's a shame to
Same to lose
hear
such a
about
young
this
man.
because
Yeah.
before we
Same-
started this podcast, we were looking for news, and I was going,
and that pops up,
That
and
pops
we're
up,
like,
like,
oh no.
which is a shame.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm
It's a
not
bit-
crying. But yeah, you know, it's really sad. And, you
Yeah.
know, condolences to the family, you know, and I mean, yeah, he was barely 30, man. I mean,
Was he in anything else?
he was. Let me just get his name up quickly.
Because he
How do you spell his last name? Oh, Anton. There you go. Anton Yelchin.
he was
in.
ER Hearts of
He was in Old
Atlantis.
Thomas. And he
Along
was in
Came a
Fright
Spider.
Night.
Oh, he's in Terminator Salvation.
He was in Green Room. Was he in Terminator?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, the new one, yeah. The new one. Oh, no, third one.
He did one where it's a woman.
Yeah, not a very good one.
Well, all of them apart from the first two are not that great.
I'm just looking up his wiki currently now.
But anyway, just so we don't drag this on,
Oh, he was in the Smurfs.
He was
Film
in-
43.
well, nobody cares about the Smurfs.
He was in... He was in Star Trek Beyond.
Well, he's in all the Star Trek. He plays Chekov.
He's in Star Trek Beyond, so we'll see him in his role there before.
Yeah, which will be bittersweet to see him in. It's the
Well, I'll
same
have a
with
little tear. And it's in some other films earlier on
yeah.
before that.
Anyhow,
Okay.
it's really not that great to hear that news, but
No. Condolences, to the families and
so I'm now trying to find an article to leave in a positive note. We've ended
We're
this podcast
struggling.
in a bad idea.
we didn't do that well, did we?
I've got some good news. You would all be glad to know that Louis is pregnant.
It's Matthew's baby.
Yeah, it is about 7 months pregnant now. He's
Yeah.
he's got that baby weight now.
It's clicked on.
His breasts are getting bigger.
Jesus Christ.
We'll tell you how that goes on. We decided we're gonna have a
It's a boy. I was just saying.
yeah. Well, don't be giving it gender rules already. It's not even out of your
Womb.
womb yet, boy.
My non-existent womb.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just trying to find some
Norman
news
Reedus.
to end on.
No, I think we should end it like that.
That's in. Yeah, I'm
So-
pregnant and it's Matthew's.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you for watching, or listening, rather, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was
okay. How do we end this?
tragic first podcast of Nerd Boys.
It'll
with a
get
Z.
better. We'll get better soon. We promise. Maybe.
Mm.
Possibly. Not.
Maybe we should stop whispering and jabbering on.
Yes.
So until next time, ladies and gentlemen,
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Farewell. We'll see you tomorrow. Possibly, maybe not.
It's for you to say goodbye, you idiot.